Let's make a miniature Easter egg tree using polymer clay that is perfect for dollhouses, dioramas, and miniature scenes. And welcome to my channel, Notorious Crafts. I will be using one of these miniature wooden pots as the base of my tree. All of the supplies that I'm using in this video are linked down below in the description. I'm using this paint from CraftSmart called Pool Blue. I painted the pot using 2 layers of paint and letting it dry in between. To seal off the paint, I used some gloss varnish from the brand Deco Art. I only needed to use 1 layer of the varnish, and it also gave it a really nice shine. To make the eggs that will hang from the tree, I just took small pieces of polymer clay and rolled them in my hand to warm up the clay, and then I shaped them into an oval using my fingers. I used this needle tool to make a hole on the very top of the egg, and that's how I will attach the eggs onto the branches of the tree. I repeated that process to make a total of 20 eggs. And that is 5 eggs per color. I decided to use the colors yellow, purple, pink, and green for my eggs, but you can choose any colors that you want. And so it's done, I placed them on a baking sheet and popped them in the oven to bake and harden. While my clay eggs were baking, I went ahead and started making the tree. I will make the tree from these green floral wire stems. The stem wire is really long, so I am cutting them in half using a wire cutter, so I will have a total of 20 of these stems to make the branches. I gathered up all 20 stems of the wire and then started twisting them together to make the very base of the tree. After twisting the base, I took 4 pieces of wire and then started twisting them together to start making the branches. I'll have a total of 5 of these larger branches that then I will branch out into even smaller branches. I check to make sure that my tree is the right size for the pot before I start putting clay inside of the pot. I sealed the base of the tree using some matte Mod Podge, and this will help keep the wires in place. After the Mod Podge dried, I continued to make some more of the branches, so from each of the stems, I grabbed 2 wires and then started twisting them together. Using less wire creates much smaller branches. Each piece of wire will have a single egg attached to it. I'm using some of this air dry clay as the dirt inside of my pot. I'm grabbing small pieces of it and just pushing it down all the way to the very bottom of the pot. Once I was done, I took the base of my tree and pushed it all the way down to the bottom of the pot, and then took a dotting tool and then started texturizing the dirt to make it look more realistic. After the clay eggs finished baking and hardening, I put a small amount of glue inside of the hole on the top of them and then attached them onto a single piece of wire. And then I continued that same process for the rest of the tree, just attaching each of the clay egg pieces using some glue. I also trimmed the rest of the wire using my wire cutters as I went along the tree. I made some of the branches longer and some shorter just to create some variety in the branches. I also alternated colors with the eggs so that all of the same colors would not end up on the same side, so I just started off with pink, yellow, purple, and then green. After attaching the final egg, I let the tree alone for about a couple hours so that the glue can dry before I started moving around the branches. I rearranged some of the branches just to better position the eggs, and then I turned the eggs down. This gives it a more natural looking appearance. And here's the final result of my miniature Easter egg tree. I also added some of these miniature printable cards that I designed. I also have them for free on my website, and the link for them is down below if you want to create your own miniature printable Easter egg cards. I also made this miniature Easter bunny cake in the previous video. Making these Easter dollhouse miniatures was a lot of fun. I always love getting in the festive spirit of all the different holidays. Let me know if you also plan on making one of these miniature egg trees or if you plan on making some cute Easter themed dollhouse miniatures. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.